The moment Jungkook stepped into the public eye, time seemed to stop. What was supposed to be an ordinary arrival instantly transformed into a breathtaking spectacle that no one present would ever forget. The airport, a place usually defined by schedules, security lines, and hurried footsteps, became the epicenter of pure emotion, excitement, and uncontrollable energy. From the very second his presence was confirmed, everything changed. Whispers turned into screams, footsteps turned into running crowds, and ordinary anticipation erupted into full-blown hysteria. Jungkook had arrived, and the world responded in unison. Even before his flight touched down, an unusual tension filled the air. Fans gathered far earlier than expected, many clutching phones with trembling hands, others holding banners carefully folded yet ready to be raised at a moment's notice. Some had traveled for hours, even days, driven by nothing but the hope of catching a single glimpse of him. There was no official announcement, no grand press release, and yet somehow everyone knew. The name Jungkook spread like wildfire across social media, whispered through group chats, and echoed across fan communities around the globe. By the time the airport doors finally opened, the scene was already on the brink of explosion. As security personnel attempted to maintain order, it became clear that this was no ordinary crowd. The fans weren't just waiting, they were holding their breath. The atmosphere felt electric, charged with emotion so intense it was almost visible. Every movement near the arrival gate drew gasps. Every shadow sparked hope. Every second stretched longer than the last. And then, suddenly, it happened. Jungkook appeared. The reaction was instant and overwhelming. Screams tore through the terminal like thunder. Phones shot into the air from every direction, capturing the moment from hundreds of angles at once. Some fans burst into tears, hands covering their mouths in disbelief. Others shouted his name over and over, their voices cracking under the weight of emotion. It wasn't just excitement, it was release. Months of waiting, longing, and anticipation poured out in a single, deafening roar. Jungkook's presence was calm, almost surreal in contrast to the chaos around him. Dressed effortlessly yet unmistakably stylish, he walked with quiet confidence, his expression a blend of warmth and focus. Every step he took sent ripples through the crowd. The way he adjusted his jacket, the brief glance he gave toward the fans, even the smallest smile was enough to send hearts racing. In that moment, it became painfully clear why his mere arrival could bring an entire airport to a standstill. Security struggled to keep a clear path as fans surged forward, desperate to be closer, to see him more clearly, to exist in the same space as their idol even if only for a few seconds. Chants erupted spontaneously, his name echoing again and again, louder each time. Some fans waved handmade signs, others held up plush toys, letters, and light sticks, hopping, praying that he might notice them. And in several unforgettable moments he did. Jungkook paused, turning slightly toward the crowd. That single gesture sent shockwaves through the terminal. The screaming intensified, reaching a pitch so high it felt almost unreal. He raised his hand in a gentle wave, a small but powerful acknowledgement that instantly justified every long wait, every sleepless night, every mile traveled. For many fans, that wave alone was enough to become a lifelong memory. What made the scene even more remarkable was the diversity of the crowd. Fans of all ages stood shoulder to shoulder, teenagers, young adults, even older fans who had followed his journey for years. Some wore BTS merchandise proudly, others dressed simply, blending into the crowd except for the unmistakable shine in their eyes. Language barriers dissolved completely. In that airport, everyone spoke the same emotional language, united by their love and admiration for Jungkook. Outside the terminal, the chaos continued to grow. News spread rapidly that Jungkook had arrived, drawing even more fans to the location. Traffic slowed as people stopped just to catch a glimpse through windows or barriers. Social media exploded with live videos, photos, and breathless captions. Within minutes, his name was trending worldwide, dominating timelines across platforms. Those who couldn't be there in person felt as if they were, thanks to the flood of real-time updates pouring in from every corner of the globe. Despite the overwhelming attention, Jungkook remained composed. He moved forward steadily, guided by security, occasionally glancing toward the fans with an expression that seemed equal parts gratitude and amazement. It was as if even he was taken aback by the sheer scale of the response. His presence carried a quiet humility that only deepened the emotional impact of the moment. He wasn't just a global superstar walking through an airport. He was a connection, a symbol, a source of comfort and inspiration for millions. Fans later described the experience as surreal, almost dreamlike. Many said they felt their hearts racing uncontrollably, their legs shaking, their minds struggling to process the reality unfolding before them. Some admitted they couldn't remember everything clearly, only flashes of movement, sound, and emotion. Others said time seemed to slow down, every second stretching into something precious and unforgettable. For those present, it wasn't just an encounter. It was a moment etched permanently into their lives. As Jungkook finally exited the terminal, the crowd continued to follow at a respectful distance, unwilling to let the moment end. Even as he disappeared from view, the energy lingered in the air. Fans stood frozen for a few seconds, as if hoping he might reappear, before finally releasing deep breaths they hadn't realized they were holding. Laughter mixed with tears. Strangers hugged each other, sharing stories and emotions as if they had known each other forever. In that space, bonds were formed that went far beyond fandom. The aftermath was just as powerful as the moment itself. Photos and videos spread rapidly, analyzed frame by fans eager to relive every detail. Discussions erupted about his outfit, his expressions, the way he waved, the brief moments of eye contact that felt intensely personal to those who experienced them. Media outlets quickly picked up the story, describing the arrival as nothing short of chaotic, emotional, and historic. Once again, Jungkook had proven that his influence extended far beyond music and performances. It reached into the hearts of people in the most profound way. What makes this arrival so significant isn't just the number of fans who showed up, but the depth of feeling behind their presence. Jungkook represents more than fame. To many, he is a source of motivation, a reminder of resilience, a symbol of dreams achieved through dedication and passion. Seeing him in person, even briefly, feels like validation, like proof that those dreams are real and reachable. That emotional connection is what turns an airport arrival into a global event. In the days following, fans continued to share their experiences online, writing long posts about what the moment meant to them. Some spoke about how his music had helped them through difficult times. Others described how following his journey gave them strength and hope. Many simply expressed gratitude for his existence, for his kindness, for the way he continues to inspire without even trying. The arrival became more than news. It became a shared memory across continents. Industry insiders have long acknowledged Jungkook's unparalleled star power, but moments like this make it impossible to ignore. His ability to draw massive crowds without formal promotion, to trend globally within minutes, and to evoke such raw emotion with a single appearance sets him apart in an already competitive industry. It's not just popularity, it's impact. And that impact is only growing stronger with time. As conversations continue to swirl about his future activities, one thing is certain. Wherever Jungkook goes, the world will follow. His presence alone is enough to transform ordinary places into unforgettable stages. Airports become arenas of emotion. Simple arrivals become historic moments. And fans, no matter where they are, will always be ready, waiting, watching, and loving with unwavering devotion. The frenzy at the airport was not chaos without meaning. It was passion given form, love expressed at full volume, and admiration overflowing its limits. It was proof that Jungkook is not just seen or heard, but deeply felt. And as the echoes of that day continue to ripple through fan communities worldwide, one truth stands unshakable. Jungkook's arrival doesn't just mark a moment in time, it creates one.